Cara Delevingne clashes with morning TV host. This was for Good Day Sacramento. It's a really awkward interview. We'll talk about it, but first I want you guys to take a look.
Are you just exhausted?
Oh, no. I mean, I'm still very excited.
You do seem a bit irritated. Perhaps it's just us.
No, I think it's just you.
Okay, before we get into discussion, thoughts, 5 words or less.
Silly questions get silly answers.
What a caper town.
Oh my gosh, not so good day, Sacramento.
Yeah, right?
Doesn't seem like a very good day over there.
No.
So before I get your opinions, there is a lot of opinions on the internet. Of course, we saw the View alone. Whoopi Goldberg slammed Cara Delevingne, saying you need to buck up, you need to be nicer. But then Raven Simone stuck up for her, saying, well, listen, she'd been doing interviews all day. I don't really like that part of the argument because it's like a lot of people work a lot harder than doing interviews all day.
Yeah.
But she did mention at first there was this precedent of first they got her name wrong. They called her Carla. Then it was these questions like almost assuming that she didn't really prepare for the role by, if you watched in that earlier package where they said, oh, did you read the book? That's insinuating that you didn't prepare for your role.
Yeah.
So
No.
what do you think? No, not at all?
No.
So you think she was rude? And then there's the
No. That is a thing people do.
What do you mean?
Some people don't read the book. That's a
true.
valid question.
Yeah, okay.
Some actors will say, I want to come in fresh to this.
Right.
This is a movie. This is not the book.
I don't want to be influenced by...
Yeah.
I don't read scripts. Script reads me.
So maybe she was
people. Did you watch the
defensive?
TV show? Well,
Right.
I didn't rewatch the TV show it's based on because I wanted to make it my own. I know the character. That's a discussion you can have.
I agree, but I think it also has to do with tone. And I'm not taking sides because I think both, like, Cara was saying that she says on Twitter, some people just don't understand sarcasm or the British sense of humor. So either she's using this as an excuse or legitimately this is her sense of humor, or there was a little bit of a tone, I thought.
Yes.
From Good Day Sacramento.
Totally. They were so rude.
There's one shitty person on that show. Is the guy that comes in from the side and is like, oh, you seem like you're not having a good time.
I know.
It's like, who are you? Weatherman? Go do the weather.
Just everybody give each other the benefit of the doubt, right? Like, give her the benefit of the doubt that maybe she has a really snarky sense of humor, and maybe she could have given them the benefit of the doubt that, I don't know, though, their tone was off to me.
So, in my religion, which I'm making up right now, there are many different kinds of hell. There are many ideas of what hell is. I think there is a certain hell where for eternity, you're doing the same press junket and you're bouncing around to different towns from your little room talking to morning zoos, you know, like, hey, hey, welcome to Morning Sacramento. And then you go to morning shows where everyone's like, oh, well, what was it like to work with Russell Crowe? Was that different?
And you don't
see.
see.
An accent.
She's in a flash. She doesn't see. She's relying on her hearing to hear what they're saying, and there's always a delay.
Always a delay.
It's awkward. It is awkward.
Just know that she is in hour 6 of this delay.
Yeah.
I once had to do, I think I've talked about it on the show, I had to do the hot tub time machine junket. And they all came out before I went in. And in this room, it was like 90 degrees because the air conditioning had broke. And they just walked out and I remember Craig Robinson just going, like leaning over next to me, just going like, this is the worst day of my life.
Which I think is BS, though. People work way harder than doing interviews all day long. Like,
you're right.
Of course, but at the same time,
a lot of this suffering is relative.
You don't, one thing you don't do, you don't tell them you look exhausted.
I know.
Why would you do that?
Be put on
at
defensive.
that point, what's your intention at that point?
Totally.
You want to turn this into some kind of spectacle.
And and I know a number of people with really dry sense of humor. If you would have been like, oh, did you read the book? No, I didn't read it. I didn't prepare or whatever.
Yeah.
That legitimately could have been a really dry sense of humor. And we've talked about the British sense of humor before.
I feel bad about that joke.
You talk about Simon Cowell, Caroline Stanbury, who's the nicest person on the planet, and some of our viewers didn't understand how dry she was on our show. Lisa Vanderpump's another example.
Yeah, for people who are having trouble understanding that segment of the British sense of humor, it is literally the opposite of an American morning show.
Yeah.
Yes.
What the earnest, coffee drinking, oh, so tell me a little bit about what it was like to work with Russell Brand. Like, that is the opposite.
Yeah.
That's the thing that Caroline was just definitely like, I literally don't know how to respond.
Yeah. And you know what? And I would love if Cara could come on the show. Wouldn't that be an amazing?
We would give you the
love
best
to interview her.
Yes.
Yes.
I will not ask her Cara, you come on the show, I will never ask you what it's like to work with any Russells in Hollywood.
And we get your sense of humor, right?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so what did you guys think about this interview? Please shed some light. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And we'll see you guys next time on Pop Trigger.